morning, guys. I'm going to be filming the previews for the home collection of Farewell. I have all 4 colorways right in front of me and I'm really excited to share them with you. As you can see, the house is starting to be a little bit more empty. We usually have all sorts of stuff on the walls, stuff like that. This cabinet that is my yarn cabinet is almost empty, as all of my yarn is kind of in storage. I'm still doing one farmer's market over in New Hampshire. The first one actually starts this weekend. So if you're on the subscription list, then you will be getting an update from me on times and locations and all of that fun stuff to kick off the season. But that case is mostly empty. It's actually full of plants right now. If you are in the Vermont, New Hampshire, New York area and you would like some baby plants or even some of my medium-sized plants, I really don't want to transport them, as I am couch hopping for a few months until we get into our house. So if they're free to a good home, feel free to find me on Instagram or send me an email, and or even just comment below and I'll get in touch with you about them. Alright, back to the yarn. This collection is really fun. I'm actually going to walk you through some of the color choices in this house, just because it is our first home and it does mean a lot to me. You guys want to snoop the house, it is on Realtor.com. We're here in Rutland, Vermont. It's also on Airbnb, same thing, same photos. And we didn't expect this buying process to go so fast. The house was on the market for a day and then it went under contract. A really lovely couple from western part of the country, Washington, Oregon, Northern California, something like that, is actually moving cross country, and they seem to be a really lovely couple, already talking about using like some studio space here. So it's going to be kind of a perfect little fit for them. But this is our front room, and it has this beautiful yellow color. When we moved in, holes in the wall from my hanging shelves. When we moved in, it was yellow and the trim was painted a really, really dark brown. We did not like that, especially with the wood floors. It just looked like brown on brown on brown, and it was just not pretty. So we actually painted all the trim, and we have this gorgeous archway up here. And I have my ladder. I'm very proud of my ladder as well. And we ended up liking the yellow color after the trim was all white. I was very excited that it just seemed very bright. We have loads of sunshine that comes up through this window, and it just glows in this house with it. So that is the first colorway that we have, is this beautiful yellow. Right here, you can see it almost matches. Very excited about it. Our next colorway is blue. This one is inspired by our dining room. This is the other side of the archway that we have. It does flow right into the kitchen as well. Those walls are blue. This was the first color paint that Kate and I picked out ourselves. Like I said, the yellow was already here, and so this blue, I actually went with a different ratio of indigo, so this blue is totally different than the last collection's blue. That was a little bit more of a dusty blue shade. And yeah, we love this blue color. We've actually seen a couple other of our friends and family use similar. My aunt out in California has almost the exact same color, and she painted her house years ago, which is really funny. Maybe that subconsciously influenced my color choice. But we love it, and it's the darkest color I think that we have in the house, but because there's so many windows and archways and it's open to the kitchen, it just doesn't feel heavy at all in our house, and it is really, really pretty. So that is the second colorway. The third colorway is inspired by the green of our bedroom and the front bedroom. I don't really know why I picked this one. I liked it. Funny enough, I did read a couple articles online that said you should never paint your bedroom green. Something about the energy is too harsh, something like that. Personally, we love it. It doesn't feel too harsh, and next to, oh, there's Duke. He's eating, well, he was eating grass and then I startled him. He loves this time of year when he gets his grass straight from outside. But I was trying to show you the wood floors. This is a bedroom that we had to totally gut. Actually, before we could move in, there was a drop ceiling, there had been water damage, there was a really sketchy laid down carpet that was like bubbling in multiple places and wasn't glued down at all. It wasn't It was just kind of thrown down there to cover some of the water damage on the wooden floor. So there are some dark spots on the floor, but we sanded them down and we still love the look of the house. But with that, this is the hardest color to photograph. Let me flick on a light. That helps a little bit. It's very green. It's darker, but it is a green. And a little bit darker. This wall, it's got a window next to it. That doesn't look good. There we go. That's better. A little bit of a closer match there. And she's a beauty. Last but surely not least is our kitchen with our dark gray cabinets, our amazing floor. Kate and I laid the tile down ourselves. When we moved in, the kitchen had a wall and a small door opening to the dining room that you saw with the archway. But we extended this countertop all the way over. The wall was about where my purse was. Yeah, right about here. So all of this was new counter space. Opened it right up. There was actually one of those like spinning corner cabinets on the upper side. Nobody is tall enough to reach all the way back into those, or at least I definitely am not. Kate is not very tall either. And it's just the two of us, so we did a super duper cute little fridge. Love it, love it. That's actually staying for the new owners, and I think they love it as well, so really, really exciting. But yes, we actually did, let's see how well the camera can pick this up. We did butcher block countertops. They are wooden, sealed, glossy, all of that fun stuff, but we stained them gray, and then just painted the drawers and whatnot. So this colorway is a gray on one side and a dusty blue with some gray mixed in on the other, so it fades. It's got two on this one. Yeah, that's looking good right there. Very excited about this one. I think that this would work up so beautifully. I'm gonna have to keep one for myself, and I don't know what with it. Maybe a hat for myself. I haven't made one for next winter yet. I tend to keep one hat myself a year, so we'll see. So part of the problem today and why I'm filming like this is I have already packed up my tripod. So it's a little bit more difficult to film and walk and talk, but this is how we're doing it today. So these are all the colors. You can see how this blue is a little bit different than this one because of the iron in the dye process, how it comes through a little bit different, and that's all right. It's very unique. There is some gray straight through it, just mixed. It reminds me a lot of like the grains on wood, how it just fades through. The other three are completely solid color. Just the green. I really love the green, and I'm hoping that it comes across well on the camera. And the bright yellow, so happy, so bright. And of course our gorgeous bright blue that is just absolutely stunning and magical in the natural dye world.